Monday, 17th November 2025 it is. Good afternoon. Welcome to KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Njue. This is what my colleagues and I have lined up for you at this moment. We begin with the examinations that have just been concluded, the KJSEA, where the government has confirmed that the 2025 Kenya Junior School Assessment KJSEA results for grade 9 candidates will be released on December 11th to be followed by placements, which will be done a week after. Basic Education Principal Secretary Julius Bitok, who supervised the opening of KCSE exam container in Kikuyu this morning, says admission letters will be issued before Christmas, with all 1.1 million learners expected to report to senior school on January 19th. Bitok assured that the transition from junior to senior school will be smooth, adding that government policy on free education has not changed. Meanwhile, PS Bitok has maintained that this year's examinations have had no major challenges despite being the country's largest examination year with 3.4 million candidates.
On the 11th, and within 1 week after that we do our placement, after which we expect them to get their letters before Christmas, and we expect them to report on the 12th of January. That is the plan. All our learners will continue enjoying free primary education, free day secondary education, and the policy has not changed. Let me make that very, very clear. We are still offering free, and there's no change in fees whatsoever. And if there will be any change in fees, which the government will announce.
Some politics now, where the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has issued a stern warning to individuals planning to cause chaos during the upcoming by-elections. The by-elections will be held on Thursday, 27th November, that's next week, in the following areas: Member of Senate, Baringo County, Member of the National Assembly for Banisa, Kapsipul, Magarini, Malava, Mbere North and Ugunja constituencies, and members of County Assembly from 17 counties.
Speaking in Kariene Methodist Church in Imento Central Meru County, Murkomen vowed that the Ministry of Interior will not tolerate insecurity in areas whereby elections will be held. The CS added that the government will ensure every politician will be given a chance to do their campaigns peacefully.
Mwenye atashinda ni yule ambaye ako na sera ambaye wananchi wamekubali. Si namna hiyo? Hiyo ndio uongozi ambayo tunataka kwa sehemu hii. Na askari wetu wako chonjo, wako tayari kwa sehemu hizo za Kasipul, kwa sehemu uko la Ukunja, kwa sehemu ya Malava, kwa hapa Mbere, kwa sehemu zote ambazo Mbere North na sehemu zingine penye tuko na by elections.
In Magarini constituency, Kilifi County, campaigns are in top gear with calls for youths across the country to come out in large numbers to support their own who are vying for different positions. The politicians are urging the IEBC to ensure free and fair elections.
Kina mama zetu, baba zetu na vijana wetu, na pia tusahau wale ambao wanaishi na disabilities, wote wapate usaidizi wa haki na kura ziweze kufanyika kwa haki.
Msilale vijana, mapambano ndo bado, tupambane, tunganganie viti na pia tuchukue kura kwa wingi.
This as Presbyterian cleric Reverend Michael Gishuhi urged national political leaders to exercise restraint and avoid using abusive or demeaning language during public addresses.
And using abusive language towards other leaders, it is not good. We advise as a church that we use polite language that even our children, as they see the news, they will feel comfortable to go.
Elsewhere, residents of Lurambi constituency in Kakamega County are calling on the IEBC to split the constituency into two and grant Kakamega town its own electoral area, citing lack of adequate services.
Maendeleo haifiki rural. Tunaitwa Lurambi, lakini ukiangalia Lurambi natoka hapa Lubao paka huko Bukura, paka huko ndani kabisa, paka huko Isuga, paka huko chini, lakini maendeleo haifiki huko ndani.
And leaders from Kirinyaga County have renewed their call for unity in the Mount Kenya region and urged residents to continue supporting the Kenya Kwanza administration.
Surely, mtu anatuambia tutoke tuende wapi? Tutakaa hapo ndio watu wetu wanufaike. 2027 ikifika tutapiga siasa.
Ile kingpin tunataka ni kingpin ya maendeleo, sio kingpin ya siasa. Na kama tunatafuta kingpin, sisi tutaangalia wewe rekodi yako iko namna gani.
Michael Mondiga for Lunchtime News.
And elsewhere, the Anglican Bishop of Katakwa Diocese, John Okunde, has appealed to the Kenyans to uphold peace despite the many challenges facing the country, addressing Christians at St. James Parish after laying a foundation stone for a modern church. Bishop Okunde at the same time called on politicians to tone down on politics and instead preach peace.
Mtoto tunayemzaa atafanya ile baraka anayofanya. Tutaloma mtoto wetu tu bora kwamba wanafunzi wameharibika mashuleni, aliyeharibu ni kiongozi ataendelea kuharibika. Because the moment kiongozi mnatukana kwa sababu ya siasa, wanadharau kwa sababu ya siasa, watoto wafanye nini? Sisi watoto baadaye kesho Kenya watakaofanana na sisi tabia yetu kwa sababu tu wana siasa, tuliharibu siasa zetu.
Elsewhere, a section of leaders in Ukambani has called on political leaders to avoid using a language that can divide Kenyans along ethnic lines. Led by Kaiti constituency lawmaker Joshua Kimilu, the leaders regretted to see a new trend where leaders spew hate amongst each other instead of preaching peace and cohesion.
Hii maneno ya matusi, kutusi mwenzako haitakusaidia, hakuna mahali itakupeleka. Kwa sababu kuna leo na kuna kesho. Hiyo ni jambo ambao hatuhitaji kwa wakati huu. Kwa sababu unatukana ndugu yako, kesho tutakutana yeye. Leo unanitukana, kesho utapata ni mimi niko hapo. Utasema namna gani? Kwa hivyo hiyo maneno tuachane nayo, tukae na upendo.
Kenya's livestock sector is receiving renewed national attention as government and animal health partners move to scale up ruminant vaccination across the country. Officials say the effort is critical for protecting cattle, sheep and goats against major diseases that threaten food security and trade. Aaron Marie with the details.
A fresh push to protect millions of Kenya's livestock is underway. Government officials, veterinary experts and global animal health partners gathered in Nairobi to chart the way forward.
If we look at the importance of vaccination generally to a country, you're looking to improve people's livelihood, also create more opportunities for trade.
The national target vaccinating 22 million cattle and 50 million sheep and goats against deadly diseases like foot and mouth disease and peste des petits ruminants.
As government, we have a new program which is we call Vital 2. It is a 5-year program and we are now 1 year into it. And the objective of that program is to raise the ruminant vaccination coverage in 3 countries, of which Kenya is one.
There is a vaccination calendar. Then the farmer ultimately will take it as a private responsibility other than a government responsibility. And that is our aspiration.
Kenya's livestock industry has been hit hard by climate-driven disease outbreaks, funding pressures and misinformation among farmers.
Some of which we had eradicated are coming back because of challenges of climate change, challenges of resource reduction, and challenges because of disintegration from the one unit that we had initially to a devolved system where we have sort of disconnection between the two levels.
The ongoing national vaccination campaign has faced delays, partly due to the rollout of MAZO, a new digital traceability system that requires each animal to be individually restrained and registered. The Veterinary Association said they are ready to support the scale-up and welcome the government decision to bring all stakeholders to the table.
As a KVA, that is Kenya Veterinary Association, we are in partnership with the government and the DVS to deliver the ruminant vaccination across the country.
Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Aaron Marie.
Still on health matters, health officials are expressing confidence that they will meet their target during a 3-day mass drug administration for bilharzia and soil-transmitted helminthiasis in Migori County. The county coordinator for neglected tropical diseases, Nicholas Makworo, says by day 2 they had already met 50% of their target, with the exercise expected to conclude this evening. He urged parents and guardians to ensure children aged between 5 and 14 years receive the medication. Makwaro says according to the World Health Organization guidelines, an MDA exercise is considered successful only when a minimum of 75% coverage is achieved. Migori County remains among the regions with the highest burden of bilharzia, standing at 8.9% according to the Ministry of Health data.
Counties of Awendo and Rongo sub-counties will be giving children of between 1 year and above, and also women of reproductive age.
We can reduce this burden of infections on Njue, but it will come back if we don't look at water safety, we don't look at behavior change, we don't look at the country engaging in providing even additional medicines for the adults, because WHO mainly brings for the children and for the women in the reproductive age group.
To infrastructure development now, where the dualling of the 170-kilometer Rironi-Naivasha-Mau Summit Road is expected to kick off in 2 weeks. President William Ruto says the road is expected to herald a major milestone for this critical part of the northern corridor between Nairobi and Western Kenya will begin on November the 28th. In yet another milestone, groundbreaking for the 58-kilometer dualling of the Rironi-Mahio-Naivasha Road will be on the same day. The road is expected to also ease the snarl-up of heavy trucks plying the road. This was announced on Monday when President Ruto met the China Communication Construction Company President Zhang Bingman at State House, Nairobi. Its construction will be undertaken by China Roads and Bridges Corporation, which is a subsidiary of China Communication Construction Company. Moving on, the Western Kenya Rotary Club has held a polio awareness campaign in Migori County to educate residents on the importance of immunization and to keep the border region polio-free amid reported cases in neighboring Tanzania. Regional Coordinator Rose Waringa said the club is working to ensure every child is vaccinated to secure a healthy future generation. The club also organized a blood donation drive to boost the blood bank in the Migori County Referral Hospital.
Polio is our #1 disease that we are fighting, and this has been our annual event. Globally, we can say our fight of polio has contributed to at least 5 countries are safe. We have had their reported cases in Tanzania, so we are close to the border. That's why we are here to start sensitizing this community to be alert.
There are patients who have blood and blood disorder, such as sickle cell. We've been also having cases like PPH for mothers who develop complications after delivery. So that's why we advocate for many people to come in large number to donate blood in order to save life.
To education matters now, where junior secondary school teachers in Kwale have threatened to down their tools in January if the government does not meet their demands. The intern teachers want the government to confirm them by January next year, led by the Kwale branch of the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET Executive Secretary Leonard Oronje. The teachers said they will not work for 2 years before they being permanently employed as demanded by the government.
Januari. Nimesema nini? Januari. Kama these 20,000 teachers that are behind here hawatakuwa confirmed, then wale watoto kule shuleni watafunzwa na ulimwengu.
Mr. President, we want to tell you today that 17,000 is not enough for interns teachers. Tunateseka, we are working under very harsh conditions in primary schools, and we are graduate teachers. We deserve justice, and we deserve to be served as other teachers have been served.
Kindly, Mr. President, turn the volume up. We came to State House when you invited us, and we never agreed that we are going to extend the duration of internship. Even the letters which these teachers have are for 12 months. And this is not negotiable. Power! Interns, power! Power!
Still on education, Linton's Academy and the Kenya Union of Hair and Beauty Workers have partnered to come up with a training curriculum that will guide the beauty industry going forward. Speaking during the signing ceremony, Linton's director, Dr. Joyce Gekunda, and the Union Secretary General Cecily Mwangi said the collaboration aims to bolster the beauty industry in Kenya by addressing challenges like access to capital for startups and supply chain issues. The partnership will offer master training for beauty experts covering financial training, entrepreneurship, and introducing global cosmetic brands.
Partnering with Kuhabo today, it is actually to amplify our voice that indeed we have a cake to share with so many people out there.
Having Senator Moyu is an eye-opener to all of us, the people in the beauty industry, because once you create awareness, it will be people working in the industry will be interested to come and join the training to upgrade their skills. We say we do.
Elsewhere, parents and education stakeholders have benefited from the All Schools Education Expo that, among others, connects learners with training institutions and to better understand available academic pathways as per the CBE learning system. Speaking during the event, TASEC Group founder and CEO Newton Hamasi noted that the expo offers parents an opportunity to learn about education training programs, curriculum options, and learning insights offered by different institutions during the school holidays.
Interactions that are happening here at All Schools Expo are a very key component to the education ecosystem of the country. And therefore, these interactions enable the schools to understand the needs of the parents more in regards to the child's educational need, and as well as the schools to highlight some of the programs or some of the methodologies they are using to nourish their students' educational journey.
And the government is stepping up efforts to formally recognize skills gained outside the traditional classroom and to the first cohort under the registry recognition of prior learning program graduates in Njue. The director of the RPL, Stanley Maindi, who presided over the first ever recognition of prior learning graduation ceremony at the Madenge Technical Training Institute in Njue County, says the move will help thousands with no formal academic qualification be certified based on their gifted skills. Dr. Esther Moria, Principal Secretary in the State Department for Technical, Vocational and Technical Training, who attended the graduation, noted that many Kenyans have gained valuable skills through years of experience in workshops, on farms, in industries and within communities, but have lacked formal recognition.
RPL policy framework, and we have been implementing for the last 1 year. Mostly we started by building capacity of the practitioners to assess and certify.
We have certified, we have building, we have electrical, we have baking, we also have fashion design, cosmetology. They are cutting across. And even now we have been told by the director that we'll also be doing, even for those ones who want to do a certificate in theology, we'll do it through recognition of prior learning.
Moving on, Mandera County government has challenged non-governmental organizations and NGOs operating in the region to align their projects with the County Integrated Development Plan CIDP. Speaking during the commissioning of Mata Safara Water Kiosk, Mandera County, Executive Committee Member for Water, Energy, Environment and Climate Change, Mahamoud Eda, said this will ensure efficient utilization and harmonized deployment efforts. This project was initiated by the European Union, the EU, through the International Organization for Migration, IOM, and implemented by Organization for Sustainable Development, Africa, OSDA.
For many years, residents of Mata Safara village in Halalio sub-county in Mandera East constituency, Mandera County, like any community in the arid county, had to endure long distances to search for water for domestic use and their livestock.
Also, we are getting water, dirty water from the river, which was causing a lot of inconvenience to the young generated children.
But a new shallow well water project pipes connection to a water kiosk set up by European Union through the International Organization for Migration and implemented by the Organization for Sustainable Development Africa in the area has now changed the narrative here.
That issue has been reduced. Now they are collecting water from the water tank, the kiosk. So there is no now ripping. They are not going very far distance. They are getting from their kiosk.
Area residents, while applauding the noble gesture, said the long walks, cases of attacks by crocodile while fetching water from River Dawa, among others, will be a thing of the past.
We have suffered a lot. We have been fetching water from the river, which is very bad and risky. People used to get problems with the animals.
Mandera remains our focus county, and we shall continue working with the county government of Mandera, working for the people of Mandera County, and ensuring we ameliorate the suffering of the people.
The community has also embraced food farming through climate-smart agriculture, which includes irrigation. The Executive Director, Organization for Sustainable Development Africa, Al-Bashir Adan Ibrahim, pledged to ensure adequate supply of clean water to the community.
It's a wonderful transformational project, but it is not enough. There are many other areas that we need to reach in terms of water supply, in terms of agriculture or livelihood.
We chip in and come up with, a system that we constructed a shallow well. We solarized the system, and now the community are not even spending a coin to buy diesel.
We have got a very robust engagement system through the county steering group and through direct engagement with the department. I laud OSDA for being one of the organizations that works very, very closely with the Department of Water Services.
Sentiments echoed by Executive Committee Member for Water, Energy, Environment and Climate Change, Mahamoud Eda, who challenged non-governmental organizations operating in the region to align all their projects with the County Integrated Development Plan.
Our teams are involved, like I said, from inception up to the commissioning of the projects. And we jointly make sure that then we deliver for the people of Mandera. And so I will tell other non-state actors, particularly within the water sector, to make sure that then they emulate what organizations, including OSDA and others that are in the county government, the good work that they do.
From Mandera to the sandy beaches of the coast, where a program aimed at saving school-going children from engaging in criminal activities, drugs, early sex, among other illegal activities during the long December holiday has been launched in Malindi, Kilifi County. The initiative, dubbed Okoa Malindi, organized by a local community-based organization, seeks to keep the youth busy with sports activities such as football, skating, roll ball, bike racing, Qur'an reciting, among other competitions.
Sisi kama wazee, bila ya kuwa na tahadhari na kijana, itakuwa ni lawama kesho kwa sisi wazazi. Ninachoomba wazazi wote tushirikiane kwa hili jambo, tuje pamoja, tumhami huyu mtoto ili awe kiongozi mzuri ama awe kijana mwema wa kesho.
Ni jambo zuri sana ambalo amefanya. Kwa ajili huu wakati ni wakati wa watoto kusambaratika, kwenye kwenda katika maovu, kwenye kupoteza wakati, lakini badali ya madrasa pia wasoma, zile time za ziada pia wewe na hamu ya kutoka kusoma kile kitabu cha Mwenyezi Mungu.
Tumefanya hili kwa lengo kwamba Kilifi County idadi ya mwaka jana kwamba 45% watoto wametiwa mimba mazo mapema, hakuweza kurudi shule. Na sisi tuomba kushirikiana na county government pamoja na serikali kubwa kwamba tuweze kufanya hata kama tukifika 0%, tukifika hata kama ni 5%, ili vijana wetu kina mama warudi shule.
Still on the youth, Kenyan universities are now turning to technology to address rising youth unemployment in the country. Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT, hosted an inter-university hackathon that brought together students from 28 institutions to develop AI-driven solutions in business, education, agriculture, health, and governance. A statistics lecturer at JKUAT, Professor Anthony Waititu, said the event links students to industry and help them apply classroom skills to real challenges while keeping them away from crime and drug abuse. Industry players including Adapt IT, and Microsoft pledged support to develop promising innovations. Student participant noted that the hackathon boosted their confidence and urged government and donors to fund their projects.
We work with the industry. We'll also mentor these young people as early as possible so that by the time they're exiting, they are good for the market. Because they have very good ideas. We are talking of AI generally out there, and these people are coming out very well skilled in the area of AI.
So what we are hoping to do or achieve with the innovations that we've seen today is for us to come in to collaborate with the respective students, see how we can co-create or improve the developments that have been created this year. We've got the capacity, we've got the ability for us to be able to expand the developments that have been done today.
Students have been able to interact with industry experts, gaining insights, which has enabled us to actually soften and polish our skills and ideas so that we can generate more ideas and also move our ideas to the next level.
Very well, and that report, the hackathon marathon, actually takes us to a fast break. But when we come back, we still have more news. Then we delve into business and later on tilt the lens and focus on matters talk.
This with them, and most especially the father of your baby.
First of all, I didn't say anything when you threw her out. But now, I don't agree with you that she's not entitled to set foot in this house just because you say so.
You look strange. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm pregnant! I've just found out.
I thought you had to know about it.
What I had with her is nowhere as serious as what you had with him.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. No, hang on a minute.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
The Institution of Engineers of Kenya invites you to the 32nd IEK International Convention happening from 25th to 28th November 2025 at Pride in Paradise Beach Hotel and Spa Mombasa. This year's theme, Engineering the Future, the roadmap for Kenya. Join engineers, industry leaders and global partners as we shape the blueprint for Kenya's sustainable development. Experience 4 days of powerful sessions, thought-provoking discussions, exhibitions and networking. All set against the serene coastal beauty of Mombasa. Don't miss your chance to connect, collaborate, and make an impact. Visit convention at iekenya.org to register and be part of a transformative experience that defines the future of engineering in Kenya. See you there. This event will be live on KBC Channel 1.
Welcome back to Lunchtime News. Moving on, Nyeri Catholic Archbishop Anthony Muheria has urged parents with autistic children to get them professional assistance rather than hide them at home. Speaking during a charity event in Nanyuki, Muheria said prayers should be complemented with practical support, noting that autistic children can achieve great things with proper care. The event also provided counseling services to parents and guidance on locations to seek therapist services.
Look for solutions in just prayer. The most important is to discover there is a therapy. So if you have someone of a child who has delayed in speech or a child who is not able to communicate, come, we will be able to work with the child in our therapy center.
Leo mchezo wa golf ulikuwa kuhamasisha watu kuhusu ugonjwa wa usonji, na imewezekana leo watu zaidi ya 200 tumewaeleza, tumewafikia na wameuliza maswali na yote tumejibu. Na zaidi ya hayo tumewaeleza kuhusu center yetu ya therapy, na yale tunafanya hapo ndio kusaidia wale watoto wameathirika na hii condition ya usonji.
Industry leaders and policy makers are challenging corporates to prioritize customer service and customer experience to remain competitive in this era of cutthroat competition. Speaking during Service Excellence Awards hosted by Institute of Customer Experience, the chairman of Institute, Joseph Choge, said businesses that prioritize customer experience are not just surviving economic challenges, they are thriving, creating value and fueling national growth.
Our mission has been steadfast to elevate the profile of customer experience, that is CX, and to highlight its pivotal role in terms of business growth, in terms of profitability and lasting customer loyalty. Organizations across the country have embraced it with remarkable creativity, reaffirming that every great customer experience begins with belief. The belief that exceptional service is always possible, even in the face of challenge.
Let's make sense of business. Kingdom Bank is targeting to grow its market share by customizing branches to service micro, small and medium enterprises as well as other customers. The lender's Chief Executive Officer Anthony Mburu has underscored the important role played by small businesses, noting that there is need to partner with them for shared growth.
Kingdom Bank plans to increase its visibility and presence across Kenya. The lender has opened a new branch along Tomboya Street, targeting to serve Nairobi's entrepreneurs, traders and professionals.
And excellence. It also allows us to serve both the formal and informal economy seamlessly, offering convenient, flexible and affordable banking services.
Kingdom Bank Managing Director Anthony Mburu says the lender's growth strategy is centered on opening branches that support micro, small and medium enterprises through responsive, human-scale banking solutions.
Our approach is therefore not one size fits all. We design financial solutions that are personal, flexible, and responsive to each customer's journey.
He believes the suite of comprehensive range of personal and business banking solutions, such as working capital, asset and stock financing, will drive business growth.
Designed to meet the real needs of our customers. Personal loans for the employed to access quick and affordable credit, business loans, including working capital loans and trade finance solutions, tailored especially for traders who import goods and need financing to keep their businesses moving.
Benson Rioba, reporting for Lunchtime News.
Akon Holdings has secured key regulatory approval to launch a build-to-rent development rate, a move that positions it to attract deeper institutional investment into affordable urban housing. Akon Holdings CEO Edward Kirade says the latest build-to-rent development mainly targets young urban dwellers who have completed school and are in the formative years of their adult life.
A new Akon build-to-rent D rate authorized by the Capital Markets Authorities entered the market fully capitalized with 2.2 billion shillings in equity commitments in a sector traditionally driven by fragmented private landlords. The initiative is being viewed as an early marker of Kenya's transition towards professionally managed, institutionally backed rental housing similar to systems seen in Europe and North America. The Private Infrastructure Development Group, PIDG, through its Infraco arm, has committed 1.3 billion shillings, while Shelter Afrique Development Bank has added 256 million shillings. Akon itself has contributed 645 million shillings. The early mobilization of this capital signals strengthening confidence in Kenya's regulated real estate investment structures. The upcoming development will feature secure access system, improve lighting and privacy-focused layouts features designed with young female professionals in mind while ensuring inclusivity for men and individuals with disabilities. The new Akon build-to-rent D rate could accelerate Kenya's shift from informal rental supply to institutional-scale housing development, a transition long considered essential to addressing urban affordability and attracting long-term capital into the country's property sector.
Further afield, Japanese stocks related to tourism and retail fell on Monday after China warned its citizens not to travel to the country as they remain locked in a row over Taiwan. Here are the details of this and other stories making headlines from other parts of the world.
Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, who has been a vocal critic of China's and its military activities in the ASEAN region, suggested this month Tokyo could take military action if China's attacked Taiwan. Shares in Japanese department store were hit hard, with some companies plunging by about 12%. China has consistently ranked among the top sources of tourists visiting Japan. Shares in department store chain Takashimaya and the owner of global fashion chain Uniqlo closed more than 5% lower. Carriers Japan Airlines and ANA Holdings were also down. Meanwhile, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says President Donald Trump's proposal to issue $2,000 tariff rebate checks to most Americans would require Congress approval. Trump has repeatedly suggested using tariff to fund rebate checks in recent homes. President Trump first floated the idea of Americans potentially receiving a portion of the tariff revenue in July. The tariffs have faced scrutiny for contributing to higher inflation, on consumer goods, though Besant and others in Trump's economic team have denied that tariffs are essentially a tax on American consumers. Finally, the Bank of England says that Britain's largest life insurers were resilient to severe market stress as it published the results of the first stress test conducted under a new regulatory framework implemented last year. The test aims to assess firm resilience to severe but plausible events. The Prudential Regulation Authority said all 11 firms taking part stayed above minimum capital requirement throughout the stimulation downturn. The test modeled a deep global recession with a falling interest and inflation rates, sharp declines in equity and property values, and widening credit spreads.
And in sports, 16 Kenyan athletes and officials left the country last night for Tunisia ahead of the 15th edition of the African Masters Athletics Championship. The Kenyan team will compete in both track and field events in the championship to be held from the 20th to the 24th of this month. The Kenyan team, captained by hammer throw defending champion Rebecca Coroso, who is also a world silver medalist, has been in training for 2 weeks in preparation for the championship. The team also include 10-kilometer race walk defending champion Eric Sikuku. Before their departure, the Kenyan team was flagged off by Athletics Kenya Senior Vice President Paul Mutui.
For the sake of trying to give a very good example to the youngsters, the current elite athletes and the youth athletes who are coming up, that being old is not the end of everything.
But this time I'm honored to go with a strong team. I believe in each and everyone. I believe in my deputy captain. I believe in the leadership we have. I believe with the office, the AK, their support we appreciate so much, and we are happy.
We are going to do our best. I know there is a big task ahead of us, and how we are going to promote masters in Africa. We are lucky because Kenya is being sponsored by the government through Athletics Kenya. We appreciate them so much.
We are going to expect that we are going to bring more medals, because one athlete is going to run maybe 2 events. So I think if I'm not wrong, everybody is going to come with a 1 medal.
All the best to our masters. Moving on, HX5 Football Club defeated Vivo FC 3-0 in the final of the football tournament during the Shell Mechanic Sports and Wellness Day held at the Impala grounds in Nairobi. Over 100 mechanics took part in the tournament that also included darts competitions.
HX5 Football Club were crowned football champions of the Shell Mechanic Sports and Wellness Day after beating Vivo FC in the final at Impala ground. Vivo FC dominated the first half but failed to score and were heavily punished in the second half when Mohamed Tofauti, Bernard Ogutu and Anthony Kamuna scored for HX5 to win them the title.
Tunashukuru kwanza Mungu kwa kutuwezesha siku ya leo na kutuleta hapa, na kwa
Kwa Shell organizers pia tunaweza washukuru kwa kuweza kuorganize kitu kama hii. Imeweza kuleta watu pamoja, pia mafamilia zimeweza kuja pamoja, tumeweza kujibamba na pia tunafurahia kwa sana.
The darts competition attracted 10 skilled players who battled through 4 demanding rounds, featuring 2 501 games and 2 301 games. Simon Maina Nderito proved to be the star performer, delivering a masterclass that won him the title on 78 points. Emmanuel Baraza finished second, just ahead of Beckham Ashihuma.
Umuhimu wa michezo ni kwamba unaleta watu pamoja. Na sisi kama Shell tunajua kwamba watu wakija pamoja, wakicheza pamoja, wakishirikiana katika michezo mbalimbali, inawasaidia kufanya ile tunasema kwa kimombo tunasema bonding, inaleta ule ushirikiano, inaongezea zaidi ushirikiano, tunapata kuelewana zaidi, tunapata kuongea mambo mengi ambayo labda tukiwa kule nje hatuwezi ongea.
The 8-ball pool tournament drew 14 participants, with John Mbugwa and Philemon Otiti emerging as joint winners.
To us, the mechanics are a true ambassador for our products. So we have used one of the key things that we believe in every society loves sports. So for today, besides having a health check for their mechanics and their family, we are also having interaction through sports. We have soccer in this platform. We have also indoor games, that's darts, pool tables, and a children play activity or bouncing castles. So that will enable that besides even themselves, they get to interact with one another, get to know one another. And it's by doing so that we will form a big fraternity that supports the Shell lubricants. So these are true ambassadors.
Besides the football, darts and pool tournaments, Ultra HX7, HX5 and HX3 competed in innovative obstacle races featuring potato races, tire races, Shell products staking, water sponge challenges and sack races.
Across borders, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DR Congo, beat Nigeria 4-3 on post-match penalties and sealed their place in the Inter-Confederation playoffs. Frank Onyeka had Nigeria ahead in the 3rd minute, but Meshak Elia equalized for the two sides to be level 1-0 after extra time. DR Congo captain Bemba scored in the last minute, winning goal against Cameroon in the semi-finals of the playoff.
Zaidu, and the first shot goes in, deflected. Kambu now, haven't really seen him on the ball in the game so far, but Kambu, great ball into the middle, and there is the equaliser. Right on cue, Meshak Elia. It has finished Nigeria 1, DR Congo 1. And it's been saved. And of course, it's the captain, Chancellor Mbemba, the man who scored the semi-final winner against Cameroon. The man who almost scored a winner in this final. Steps up and scores! And the Democratic Republic of Congo have made it into the Inter-Confederation playoffs.
And on that sporting action, congratulations to DR Congo. Another team that really qualified for the World Cup was Norway. The last time they had qualified, that was 1998. So congratulations to all the winning teams. Expecting a showbiz. next year, mid-year. Anyway, that takes us to the end or the tail end of this bulletin. Don't forget to check out our social media spaces for this news and much, much more happening in real time. My name is Njue. Lensa Odingo has been my colleague on the sign language interpretation. Do have yourself a blessed afternoon ahead.
Wewe. Kule jikoni umeasia nani?
Sasa zingine napumzikanga hiyo moshi kidogo.
Itabidi uondoke nilete mtule anaezana na mambo ya moshi.
Hiyo moshi ni yangu mama. Hiyo moshi awawezani nai.
Leo uko smarti. Nilionga azumbui.
Niko na sawati yako.
Kwa kazi yako nani yako?
Kazi yangu inakuhusu nini?
Mko na mchezo za kitoto mpaka za ni utoto imekungia.
Ndio nimekampa.
Watu wana missing you, singing English.
Chakula iko aje kwani unaniona?
I was in that race, I got tired.
Lakini bado mimi ni mlembo.
Niliona vile umekonda ngachua huyu mtu lazima atengeneze mwili.
Umetoa wapi hiyo chakula nani amewapea?
Are you ready for the next big thing in tech? Well, we'll spotlight Kenya's brightest young minds, game-changing startups, and breakthrough technology that are shaping our future. From AI and robotics to sustainable futures, we bring you the stories behind the scenes. KBC Channel 1. Remember, tech starts here.
My name is Crystal Dilworth. I'm a neuroscientist with a PhD from Caltech in Pasadena, California. If you live near a farm, you're probably used to this. Fresh vegetables growing from fertile fields, the soft light of the sun providing the energy to grow. But that isn't the sun, and those are not traditional fields. Welcome to the indoor farm, complete with robots, sealed environments, and perhaps the freshest veggies you've ever tasted. They can be built almost anywhere, in any climate. But is this the farm of the future? Or can high-tech help traditional farms grow more with less? Computer vision, machine learning, all working together to feed a hungry planet. Where will our food come from?
Powering the future. Confronting the world's challenges with cutting-edge solutions. Medical breakthroughs, and high-tech discoveries. These are the stories of our planet. This is VOA Tech.
As the sun sets over the fertile fields of Central California, a scene unfolds that could have come straight out of Star Wars, complete with lasers firing into the night.